we had a very big issue. The left wing position was vacant and we needed somebody to fill it. And so it has now been filled by John Barnes. And today we're going to be finding out if this card is worth it to get you more wins and if it's wondrous, mid, or doo-doo. And by the end of this video, I'll let you know the best ways to use this card if you do decide to buy it. But why should you listen to me? Well, I consistently get in the rank 2 and rank 3 range. I'm also an elite division player, so I think I can use my ability to help guide you to use the best players to help get you more wins in FC25. But before we get into anything at all, if you need fault coins to afford these type of cards and expensive cards, be sure to use code CV3 on U7Buy for 6% off. Link in the description, link in the comments, link in bio to get cheapest if coin. Okay, first starting off with John Barnes. This is a very important thing that you need to know. And make sure you pay attention because if you miss some of these stuff, it might make you buy the card and you'll use him and you think he's doo-doo, or you'll think he's doo-doo because you missed out on some of the information I'm about to give you. So first, let's talk about the pace. Now with John Barnes' pace, remember in FC25, every defender is prime. Everybody catches up. So the only thing now is, can he do a speed boost and give you some space? I ain't gonna lie. When I used him and I tried to do the speed boost with his 90 pace, it was actually pretty good to give you some different attacking opportunities. So overall with the pace, it was actually pretty decent, but it's not on the level of Mbappe. For sure. Now, although the pace is decent, you want to make sure this part of this card is very nice as well, or it can sell you in multiple moments. And that's the shooting and clinicality ability. And I'll let you know about that important thing later. But first, we got to talk about the little less important thing, which is the passing ability. And the passing for him, he has incisive pass. So a lot of times he wasn't really making that many arrows, for me at least. But he won't be pinging them over the tops crazy as he doesn't have long ball plus. Yeah, get me. His jumping ability is a little bit clickbait. Now hear me out with this. He'll look like he's flying like an eagle to win the ball in the air, but for some reason he just ends up missing it, and the other defender or attacker on the other team will win. So that jumping ability is very poor. It's 71, and he does show up with that 71 jump. The strength though, he had his moments where he would fight for the pelota, the ball, and I ain't gonna lie to you, he has some Tyson strength. He ain't no puss in boots, that's for sure, for sure. So for the dribbling ability, a very important thing as well for a winger, for sure, for sure. How I can describe the dribbling in this game with this card is 85 agile, 83 balance. So there are times I'm trying to do a little bit of that twist and turn with this card, and I ain't gonna lie to you, the best way I can describe it is when you want to turn, you might step in a little puddle of mud for a second, but then it comes out. So then it's responsive, unresponsive, responsive, unresponsive. So don't expect him to be ridiculously crazy with the dribbling, and that's why I do suggest you put this chemistry style on. You're probably wondering, what chemistry style is that, I may ask? Well, I'm talking about the engine chemistry style. Because of that low balance and agile, it does come off a little bit hefty, you get me? But it can also be his reactions, and if his reactions, if you feel like the game is also unresponsive with the reactions, then put like a marksman on it. But I do suggest the engine. But now let's talk about that thing that I think is very important to you to have, and that's the shooting and clinicality ability. But I'll use that to tell you the best ways to use this card. Now for me, using John Barnes, I found what I like about this card is that he is automatically a left wing player and he's left footed. So you can hit them trivelas like I'm watching a telenovela fly into the back of the net like a madman. You get me? The thing about him is that he's a winger plus plus, not no inside forward. So he doesn't really cut in to hit them trivela. And the annoying part about that is that he doesn't even have whip cross to be able to cross into a biggity strike. So I do suggest to still play on inside forward to see how that works for you, because I played him on that and he was definitely better than on wing plus plus for me because he gave more opportunities to hit that trivela. Now another way to use this card is that technical dribbling ability that he has with the playstyles. Once you do the speed boost with him, press that R1 or technical dribble with playstyle, and he actually surprisingly moves faster than most players without sprinting, and you still have a little bit more control with the ball. So try using that with John Barnes. But even with all that information said, his shooting ability in this game, I'ma say is decent. I can't call it crazy because there are times where he should score and either the keeper ends up flying like an eagle and saving the ball, or he somehow misses it. But it's not super inconsistent. It's still pretty good finish. But that leads me to letting you know if this card is wondrous, mid, or doo-doo. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. Me using John Barnes, overall, was he better than a lot of these other wingers that I've used? Did he transform the squad to make him wondrous? In my opinion, I'm gonna put John Barnes at midrous. He has his moments of being like a crazy card, and then he has his moments where he's like kind of nowhere to be seen and kind of not really helping the squad that much when I was playing with it. In between mid and wondrous. Decent card. But you should definitely pick him up and try him to see if he's wondrous for you. But another card that can actually be very wondrous for you is this card right here. Find out what this card is in this video right here. Adios.